So before another friend had to go, he wanted to. I mean, I was chatting with him, and he almost had to go to work, but he asked if uh, I could squeeze in a game, or that he wants to squeeze in a game before he goes to work. So he's definitely a really good player, and he's doing a priest, huh? And in my uh, deck list there, I fought and won against the priest, but I definitely overrun that priest very quickly because he didn't get good draws, I believe. But then on the ending, well, at the mid game, I played pretty well considering I used my comeback mechanic as well as knowing how to control my hero power when I was relying on the Cabal Raider. But because the priest weakness is for attack, so obviously I didn't need the hero power in that particular game. But anyway, onto this game. Um, this hand is really bad, honestly. Um, Against the priest, it's really bad. Garrison commander. Wow, wow. My hand is horrible. Man, I feel like he's playing. I was talking to my roommate about that card, uh, the one that you need to buff, and I feel like that's the deck that he's playing. So we'll see if he has it, and he does. That's the girl that I was talking about. So basically, if he has Valence, I'm like so done. Like at any point he has Valence, I am so done. So I literally need my at least my one hex to come forth as soon as possible. Here I need to play more creatures, so I need to play my totemic to get another creature, and of course he gets the Shadow with Pain. So at any point in time against the priest, you definitely want to control the board, in the sense that you do not want the priest to have more than 3 creatures. And he's thinking about whether he should overcommit because he might just be, thinking that I have a hex in hand and I'm just waiting it out for him to overcommit. So he decided to power word shield anyway. And then now he probably realizes that I didn't insta hex him, which means that I don't have my hex. So, I mean, if he has Valence, like this whole deck revolves around. Um, I'm gonna type to him, but basically this deck revolves around having a good early game like that opener. That is pretty huge. But then again, the Garrison Commander, you need to go with there's the Valence. Yeah, this is horrifying. This is really horrifying. The Garrison, like I was talking about the Garrison Commander, you really need to play it with the Maiden of the Lake, and it's kind of a mid-game power spike. Um, if you play Garrison Commander, almost in any deck, in any class, really. Um, so I'm hoping a Bomb Lover hits the Garrison guy, but nope. Well, I mean, I really wanted it to hit the Garrison Commander just to kill off a creature. But it's also nice at the same time that I damaged them on. But so far, he has the Holy Champion, and it gets buffed every time uh, that legendary girl gets healed. So it's really bad. It's good that I actually top decked my second B-Lobber, and finally my B-Lobber decides to kill the Garrison Commander that I really wanted to kill last turn. But here it's pretty wild and crazy if I can come back. I do have the comeback mechanic in my hand, and he is showing his overcommittance now, because he saw that I didn't have any hexes, but he already got me down to half. There's my hex, but it's a little too late now. So, wow, I got the spell totem. That's perfect. That actually saved me. So I did a combo and it cleaned out all my overloads. That's like the perfect comeback mechanic. I mean, I didn't have anything on my side anyway, so it didn't really matter. So now he's starting to run out of cards and he's looking for cards. So since I got a hex last turn, before I had to use the comeback mechanic, I decided to do, hex. So here I'm really hoping that he doesn't have his second Shadow with Pain or something like that. Wow, Enforcer, huh? Very tempo-y deck. This priest deck. I mean, it's really strong, but it's very tempo-y. And he definitely got the good end of. Okay, I drew into my second hex with the Azure, which is great, but at the same time, it's also not great because now I don't have any answers. Like, I'm pretty much out of answers because not only I didn't draw into my late game creatures, I already spent my two hard removals. But then again, I had to. I mean, at this point, I'm playing comeback. I'm already at half. Light bomb, huh? I'm already at half health, and if you follow the deck list, I definitely do not have any heals. So that's the one weakness I have. Well, one of weakness. Um, but then again, TGT really buff the shaman's board presence with all the early game totems, and just totems in general. Uh, like you definitely have to clear them. But because there's so many, okay, that's the Shadow with Death. Um, there's so many, it's really hard to deal with them. When I played this turn, or when I was looking at those turns, I knew that he had all the answers for Flametongue Totem after I buff it and all that jazz. So that was expected, and that was just not fun at all. Um, I mean, I can kill the stolen Flametongue, but it isn't great. I mean, I am on the back foot again. Um, so this is where I almost felt like I was pretty much losing in the losing position, because normally Priest would have one mind control and he has three cards. I wasn't really paying attention at this point to the cards in hand where he started to play, but normally you should. So here I'm just going to use my Defender of Argus and just kill off the Flame Tongue that he stole from me. Yes, I should have kept my Kazan at 4-3, but because there's a Cabal Shadow Priest, you really need to have exact damage. But it is preferable to leave it at 4 because 4 is the weakness of Priest, unless they have the Shrinkmeister Cabal combo. Akanai. That's interesting. Wow. Because he played Justicar earlier, then, it's insta-kill.
I am the dancing master.
Fencing coach. So, knowing that he plays fencing coach, it means that he has the Countess. And here I'm already on the back foot, so one damage to face doesn't really matter. I mean, it kind of does, but at the same time, what this does is it forces him to make a mistake of healing it. But obviously, he has played Hearthstone. He's not gonna make that mistake. But one damage to face is not a big deal here, as of right now. But you know, when I played that turn, I was like, I mean, it's mind control or bust. So, like, if I don't see mind control, I feel a little bit better about this. Um, but the question is, how is he going to deal with Sylvanas properly because he just spent that hero power on the other creature? So now we are both pretty much running out of cards. So we are both in top deck mode, and I happen to get my one card that I like a lot. And I even took one out because I wanted, I mean, initially I didn't want to take one out because I wanted the deck to be more TGT centric. But I felt that having two caused my early game to drop because I didn't have enough low drops, or at least early mid game, which is around turn 3, turn 4, which the Fire Guard Destroyers provided from BRM. And since it's 6 health, it's really, really good board presence. So it's really, really hard to replace. Hmm, that was weird. I really hope I don't get Healing Totem. Ah, yeah, this is the only bad news about having a stolen Arcanine is that you just damage your own stuff. So that was pretty bad RNG for me. And the second Shadow Death, I think, because the first one was landed on my Valiant, uh, or something like that. I don't remember. Okay, so I got a random Healing Totem from my second Tuskar Totemic. And then since I could play so many totems, I might as well just make use of the Totem Carver. And this is the best play, but then of course if he draws into Mind Control or something, that's a very weak draw. That's his. This is why I don't play Mana Worm, because I draw it just like that, like literally just like that. Like I would draw my Mana Worm late game, like one of them, unless I play Hyper Aggro Mage, then I drop into both of them, or it doesn't really matter anyway because all the drops are like within 1 to 4 or 5, no more than 5 or something in the Hyper Aggro. Um, so now the priest is like just slowing down. Apparently he's not top decking the good cards while I am drawing into all my big creatures um, that I was lacking before the mind control turns. Um, but it's too late for him to come back now unless he has two Mind Blasts or um, Valen, Prophet Valen, and Mind Blast. Like that's the two card combo that he would need to kill me, um,
Is someone injured?
or draw into Holy Fire twice. As in twice on different turns. Black Knight duplicated. Fire Guard duplicated just now, and then now Black Knight duplicated. I pretty much have this game already. I was like 3 off lethal, something like that. 3 or 4 off. So I had to trade that out. And I didn't want him to, you know, oh, there's a second. There's the Holy Fire. So yeah, he was like, so he basically had a little lack of damage at the end when I finally gotten all my um, late game stuff. And there you go. Thanks for watching and listening. Have a good day.